Shalom, family. We had a long day today in homeschool, but we had fun. I made a Wheel of Fortune game, and he beat me, of course. Yeah, but we had fun. It was a way of helping him because I used his spelling words as a part of the game, and yeah, so it was fun. Anyway, um, today I was just having, I don't know, I had these thoughts come up today, and well, I guess I know why. Because, I am very pleasantly pleased of the results of my consistency of working out on a regular. No excuses. And seeing the reward of being consistent. For me, like, I finally feel okay to do something for me. I deserve this, right? Mm, that wasn't always how I thought about myself or anything really. This lip gloss is interesting. Um, I I never thought I was worth caring enough about, and so here, um, God's blessing. Next month I'll be 57, and to finally be able to feel like, oh, I deserve this, and I expect nothing but the best, right? Yeah. Think about all of the days that I woke up crying because I hated who I was. And to look in the mirror today is just like, wow. Like I'm looking for abs to come now. That's what I'm looking for next. I'm looking to have some abs in my waist. I remember there was a time when I would touch my stomach and I couldn't feel it. Like it was so much fat there. Like all I felt was mush. Just mush. But now I feel the muscle. Mm. And then I thought about how I was like, yeah, the Most High knew what he was doing. Because the old me with the figure that I have today, oh wow. Ain't no telling what kind of outfits I would have on. I remember one time, my little girl, we were at the mall and we was getting something to eat. And I really like Panda Express, really, because I enjoy, Chinese cuisine. And then the line was so long. And I thought, yeah, we don't have that much time. And plus, we were waiting on the bus because I didn't have a car at the time. So I thought, well, let's go over here. We both like chicken. And the line was not long at all. And I felt like, yeah, I could probably just order something and we can go. Um, but, when we got up there, they was rarely anybody in, not barely, excuse me, there were barely anyone in there. So I thought, yeah, let's get a table and we'll sit down for a few minutes. And my daughter, the whole time, she is just mouth is wide open, like in a daze, because she is shocked at what she's looking at. So I'm like, girl, come on here. We gonna, get at this table so we can eat a little something, and go. Well, we go sit down, and she's still in amazement. Now I'm like, okay, what are you looking at? What is going on? She's like, are they hookers? Are we in hookers? I said, hookers. Now, we're in New Jersey, and if anyone's familiar with New Jersey and Patterson, the hookers walked up and down Broadway, and so she was familiar with their outfits, and, well, some of them. And when we go in this restaurant, she is just like, "We're in Hookers." I said, "No, this is Hooters." And I thought that was so funny, and I laughed, right? Then I think about how we see our young, beautiful, beautiful women out here just showing everything, and they'll say stuff like, "Oh, he's insecure. He's insecure because you're half naked." Like, what real husband would want to see his wife parading her whole body out here for the world to see? I was watching one of those pop the balloons segments, and the lady came out. She was very, very hefty above, and her shirt, so the bottom half of her breasts were exposed. I mean, nipple, if she sneezed, it'd have been all over, right? And she had some strings that went around her waist, and um, I mean, she wasn't skinny or anything, she wasn't fat either, but the shirt was just outrageous. And so this guy pops his balloon, and she wanted to, they go over to see why they popped. Um, he just looked in amazement, like he couldn't believe he was, having to say this. And he's like, "Well, I'm just trying to figure out how to say this." He said, "Let's just say you're missing some accessories." And I laughed because she said, "Well, what do you mean?" And I'm like, she's clueless. Like, oh, that is so sad to see. And then I thought, mm, I can remember me in the club. Now, mind you, I was not supposed to be in the club, but I was like 15, 16 years old. I'm in the club with the adults. Actually, my friends and I were in the club, and we were not, none of us was of age. But we're hanging out in New York even. I don't even think I had a fake ID. I might have. I don't remember. I never got carded as a child. I get carded now more than I ever do, which is funny. But back then, I didn't get carded. And then when we did, we just stand outside like the liquor store and ask, and we'll buy you your drink if you buy us ours. And but yeah, we were in the club with adults buying drinks and everything. And my attire, um, I probably would have been considered, uh, yeah, absolutely. And I was heavy. I was a big girl, and I'm out here just out here. But today, I have so much more respect for the Most High Yah than myself. If I never get married again, because I was married at one time, that's why I'm Walker. Um, if I ever get married again, that's the only way the opposite sex will see me without my clothes, because I don't go any other way. And so, yeah. And I'm like, I don't judge because I know I was there. If you don't see nothing wrong with that, you're not there yet, and I get it. But I'm praying that they get there quicker because ooh, we need to catch hold of these children. These children are all. I saw a video today about a woman from Chicago, or this was in Chicago. She has a sickle cell and pregnant, maybe, I'm not sure. When I say her and her children got jumped by some little children, like elementary school. Like they were little kids attacking this woman and her children. I'm just like, this is crazy. But if you read the word, you know that this is what it's supposed to be, and it's gonna get worse than this. It's sad. Like it's sad. That's why I'm thankful that the Most High wanted me to homeschool my grandson. And yes, I want him to have children to play with, and he can get on, sports team or something, have play dates or whatever. But yeah, and because then the next day, I think it was today, that all these people, after seeing the video, they're out there, they're rallying, they want to storm the school. Well, what did you expect the school to do? They don't have no rights to do anything for real unless they want to, and they're not doing that with that. They just want to come and find a reason to lock these children up. But somebody needs to have done something before that, because and I mean, I don't know because I didn't see it, but they were saying that people were finding their parents. Like someone found out who all these children were, and they found their parents, and the parents were like dismissing it, like leave me alone. I don't have nothing to do with this. I'm embarrassed or whatever. But I remember when I was a kid and we went to somebody's house, which was rare, but when we went, we got to talking to, don't you dare go and embarrass me in front of these folks. You better act like you got some home training. Yeah, we allow these children to have any and everything they want. My grandson, it upset me, but we just gonna have to guide him in the right direction. I use it in class, and we put it in a classroom assignment. This is something I'm coming up with because this just recently happened. He breaks his phone a lot. Them iPhones are expensive. I wouldn't buy no child an iPhone, but anywho, they're expensive, and so he's broken his a lot. He's a boy, like for real, for real. She was, my daughter was gonna get an iPad, and he wanted a specific one. And he said, "Well, I don't want one if I can get what I want." First of all, you should be thankful that she wants to get you anything. Second of all, where do you get that attitude from? How do you feel like you can say that? And it's just like, it's the generation that they raised up in, because I just got here. I guess, they always feel like, well, I want to do better than my parent did. And so they overcompensate, or they do way more than they should. Well, it's the same thing. um, some will take, the way that they talk to each other. I'm like, whoo, no, that wouldn't be with me. Who are you talking to? What? I was always told, you can be friendly with your children, but they're not your friends. And you love them, you care for them, but we're not on the same level. We're not friends like that. No, no, no. You will respect me, or there's gonna be a problem. Yeah, I don't. It's hard to watch. Like it really is hard to watch, but that's why it is so important to me that teaching our children Yah's way, get out there so that families can see it and use it. And I know people are like, we need to work. We have bills to pay. I know. But see, if we just start doing what Yah calls us to do and trust him, he'd make sure your children were homeschooled. He'd make sure that you wouldn't have to be out there in the workforce doing it your way, because his way is so much better and easier. It might not be the easiest way to go, because there are bumps and bruises over there, but you come out at the end. You come out not a bruise on you, because you got to trust him first. And most people are afraid of the unknown because it's like, how does that look? I can't even see them. I can't call them up, you know. But that's where reading his word comes in. That's where having someone who's been sent to teach you and show you how you can look it up for yourself. Hashtag FINDKOIF. Wait, I said that wrong. Sorry, scratch that. Hashtag FINDKOFI. Excuse me. Hashtag find Kofi. Pastor Kofi has definitely been sent, and even if he's not available, we have so many other amazing um, ministers a part of SOC. Mm. It's imperative. Like it's like it's the only way to fly. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't do it without it. And I'm not saying you have to be under Pastor Kofi, but please get someone that's going to teach you what the truth is so that you can teach the children. Because the way things are going, um, yeah, mm, yeah, it's happening. It's happening, and I'm not surprised about it. It's just, ooh, when you finally see it in real life, it's like it's like you've heard of a train wreck. We've heard of train wrecks. Maybe not everybody have seen one, but if you heard of one, you could hear about it and think, oh, I would never want to see nothing like that. But if one was to happen in front of you, you couldn't look away, you know. So we need we need this, and most people don't know they need it. And I get it because I've been there. That's why I talk to people the way that I do. I just, I feel like you can't help someone get somewhere that you've not been before. Like I have to have been down this road before to show you it's definitely some gold down here. He is real and he is tangible. Now you might can't like pick it up and but trust and believe you can feel it, get it, have it all because it's already in you. Whatever you need to be who he's called you to be, it's already in you. And I wish we would have more respect for the Most High and ourselves to be out here with all our bits and pieces hanging out for the world to see, you know. And they always want to call it sexy. This is what did it for me. She said, the girl on the show, she says, so if I wanted to dress like this, because she had to ask the guys a question, so if I wanted to dress up like this, sexy for you, would you be okay with however, I dress as long as I'm with you? Okay, being sexy for your husband, because, we don't date in this culture. We don't, yeah, we have husbands and wives. And until you have your physical husband and wife here, you are married to the Most High until your your other half comes, right? So I'm not gonna be out here anymore because I have, like I said, you don't see that nothing wrong with it. It's hard to explain it to those, but I just want people to have more respect for themselves, to know that I am worth more than what this body looks like, right? And I'm precious, and you just can't just look at me like that is not like that. Oh no. Um, yeah, I want our young children that are coming up. I want us to be able to have our young ladies to know who they are, like, and our men to grow up knowing, you know, that there's a way you carry yourself. There's a way that you're supposed to behave. We are set apart. We're different. We don't do that. So now that I can actually do that, I'm so thankful that I won't do that. And again, I'm not looking down on anyone because I used to have on the shortest skirts you can think of with no undergarments. Hello? So I'm not judging anyone. I was there. Trust me. And then I'm on the dance floor dancing like you know what, getting down on the floor and all the things with no undergarments on and a little tiny dress. I get it. Yeah, I get it. But I didn't know no better. Like for real, I didn't know no better. I'm trying to be grown. 15 and 16 in the club with adults. So that means that I'm talking to adult men. That means adult men are buying me drinks. That means that I was intermingling with these older men. And I was a child. Now, I might not have looked like a child at the time, but even the way I spoke, I was a child because I was silly, I was wild, I was loud, obnoxious. Yeah, we got to do better. We got to do better. We don't have all day, like for real, for real. Tomorrow might be it. Today might be it. This second, right after this video, could be it. The time that we have is the time that we are alive and awake, and we need to be doing something other than just existing. We really do. Really, really do. I don't know what this video is called. I'm just talking today. I make the videos because I'm told to make the videos. Yeah. But that's what I had on my mind today. What's been on your mind, family? Leave it in my comments. Or what do you think about what I'm saying? How do you feel about it? What does sexy look like to you? I don't know. I'm just talking. Just my opinion. For entertainment purposes only. Shalom, family.